All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Sunday fun day of coverage here from the Las Vegas Open. This is coverage of your Las Vegas Classic, the WDF Silver event. We're going to be kicking it off with some action from our last 16 of the women's bracket. Got Maria Carly taking on a Japanese player. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, this is going to be a great matchup here with Marie Carly, as you mentioned, and Amy Yama.
Yeah, I was like that. That
Yama.
one, that
Yama. Still dyslexic, by the way, folks. No, I'm excited to see. I believe we've seen Amy in some content recently over on USA Darts, and I'm excited to see her here.
Yeah, she was one of those participants that tried some American candy while Jin went over to Tokyo for the what what was it? Nippon Festival. There we go. I wanted to say K-Fest, but I knew that wasn't it.
That is not it.
I
That
knew
is, in
that
fact,
wasn't
very
it.
much not it.
Yep. So yeah, you can go over and check that one out if you want to on our YouTube page or Facebook.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to everything about this. This should be a lot of fun to be able to watch these players duke it out on the stage, have a good time. And again, we have this silver event on the line here, right?
Yep.
So there's going to be a little bit of a extra layer. Okay, I want my points, but also I want the invite to the Masters.
Mm-hmm. That's it. The Masters invite is what we're fighting for today. First start, finding some success for Amy.
Yeah, continuing to set herself up for a potential break of throw. Actually, I had a great conversation with Maria Carly this morning, and she said, for me, I don't feel like I have bad weekends. I have bad legs, and sometimes I show up in a couple times in a row, and sometimes I don't. And I said, ain't that the truth? 105 on the hit, but Maria Carly at 120. Can she find the Shanghai? Get things going. $37 on the shot. Trying to get yourself settled into place here. 34 hit. That's 3 remaining. It's a shot. Double one for leg number 1. And not exactly what the doctor ordered. 75 here, the shot from Maria Carly. Single 2 on the hit, so 73 remaining. Not going to be able to take it here. Got to decide what she wants to do. Not happy with it. You can kind of hear a little bit of an audible reaction. Last time the target was 17 for double 10. Look at the dart. Setting yourself into place. Wants to start off with a break, and that is going to be enough to do that one. Maria Carly holding composure, knowing she has to now try to break the throw here of Amy. Omi Yama. Try to find the angle. Didn't like how that first one left her hand. Does go ahead and collect. You see a lot of the JDO players typically prefer to stay up in the same segment. There's not as much moving around the board typically. And there, 140 there from Maria Carly. Does go ahead and right the wrongs of the previous leg early on in the throw. Tomiyama going to try to play a little bit of catch up. That dart was all mustard. Good correction, more like mayo. And there's the relish, 81 on the turn. Oh, but continuing to find this 20 bed. continuing to find it with success. Another big two trouble turn there for Maria Carly. 140, 125. Phenomenal stuff.
Certainly work, Nick. Especially going against throw here.
Continuing to drive the leg. Not going to find any trouble in this visit, but perfectly positioned right now to try to break the throw if Amy does not find a two trouble visit. Bad spot. She plays on top. She can. 98 on the turn, though, is not quite enough. Maria Carly, can she stay true and stay focused? Switching. Not finding. This is the moment where all of a sudden that early work starts to not pay off. Early focus leads to some lackluster darts on the second half of this leg.
Amy smiling just a little bit. That's not how I imagined my first and second dart going. I think she capitalized on the third, though. Yep, good 70 shot to leave the 110.
Continuing to check it on down. 60 on the turn, but 110 is the swing. Might move to the 18. Does stay. 70 left. Does go for the trip 10. So try to position. Should get a dart at double. 16. For tops. Maria Carly to make this one apiece. Sinks it inside. And now Amy has a chance for a 2-0 lead in this race to 4 format. Put that dart a little too high. You can see she doesn't like it.
I'm kind of wondering if she'll be able to maneuver around it or not. She's trying. Working her way slightly over the left-hand side. And nails it. What a shot for her.
Masterful correction from Komiyama.
What a shot. Now, last year's event, this was won by Rhiannon O'Sullivan. She is not in attendance this year. She actually won 5-4 over Sahiri, who we saw win the doubles yesterday.
Yep, Sayuri Nishiguchi. I did talk with her out there, by the way. I took her winner's photo, right? I said, Sayuri, I love the way when you throw the dart, you close your eyes and open them as you throw. And she looks at me, she's like, sleepy.
She does. She has that really kind of lackadaisical, lazy kind of style
She's
throw.
sleepy.
Yeah,
That girl
it
just
makes
needs a nap.
sense. It makes sense.
She just wants a nap.
Amy looking to gather another ton here. Both of our players neck and neck. 70.13, 70.34. Pretty close.
It is pretty close, but the timing difference. It's all early darts for Maria and all later darts for Amy. I would take the latter every single time there.
Oh, what?
Might have to switch. It looks like she's going to stay. Yeah, I just didn't feel like there was a good flight path in after this first two without either moving on the hockey or just going for the cover. There's a good scoring round. Gets to a check for Maria Carly. Trying to get her first leg on the board in this matchup and knows that this puts a little bit of pressure for the break. Needs to find 100 right back for Komiyama.
That's a difficult play start, but we've seen her work over it before. Won't go this time.
24 on the shot is the opening. Does get the champagne shot. Amy get in position. Can she punish the turn? So far has not. Last start doesn't help too much either. 41 doesn't feel like enough.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a beauty
stay
dart.
on it. Stay on it. Yeah, she does stay on it. Doesn't find the go ahead.
You have to attack it there, don't you? You
What-
just have to
the-
go bull.
The way it was positioned, I mean, how do you not? Yes, you can go for the 14 for tops, but it was just positioned so well for her, wasn't it?
It was.
Still leaves it kindly, and 134 under some pressure.
Be able to go now. So Maria looking to try to get her first leg on the board. It'll be tops to try to do so.
See, the first time there's frustration there for Amy. That last start left her hand and just looked a little frustrated by the whole ordeal. Well, that's honestly fine. I think that's one of the better misses you could have there. Play it hard, play it fast. Does do so. Maria Carly gets a leg on the board. But Amy has a chance to bring herself to match point. It's another important leg and a very close matchup.
That's a good marker dart for Maria to attack here and grab a triple. And unfortunately, just floats it on the second, just a little low on the third. Keeps it neck and neck here. We'll go over our brackets here in just a moment. Our open division is slowly getting to the 128 stage as we got a big 180 there from Amy.
Yeah, great time to find a collection like this. Again, on her own throw, trying to position 3-1. I would say smart time to hit all three.
I would say it would work.
Goes down just a tad, but Maria not in position to do much about it. Has to find a good turn. 83 helps, but she still has to think I have to take this in 6 because certainly 220 in 6 is possible. Possible, but not guaranteed by any means. Oh. Good switch.
that was
77 on the turn.
That was magnificent to gather that first look at a check.
And 6 darts for 142. You got time to get yourself to that 3-1 advantage. You have the ability. You have the execution. Well, she got the 2 out of the way. Not typically advisable. 22 on the shot does leave the Shanghai finish. But Maria Carly gets a little bit of a reprieve here. I don't like the pitch on that dart.
It's tough to work it around, huh? That's why she elects for the 18 with the last.
Yeah, but 58's just not going to be enough.
No, it certainly won't be. I mean, especially with the Shanghai look here, getting 6 from 120.
Doesn't keep it straight, so she will not get a dart here. And a frustrating start to the turn, but this time for Maria, as we're starting to really get into the rat race of this one.
Mid-race lull.
That's making me crazy, Will.
Stop it. You stop it right now.
51-32. 51.
3-1.
Late. Don't drop the start. It's important. That's fine. I think that's okay to be a little conservative on that. 136 goes. It goes. Maria Carly capable of hitting. Seems to be just a quick chalking error. This is about how well I chalked earlier when they had me out there, Will.
Yeah, no kidding. Was not good. Not good at all.
Appreciate that, Will.
Can't count, so why?
I cannot, Will. But still nowhere near contesting. You can see Maria starting to get frustrated, knowing that this is far from ideal. Looking for double eights. Let's go ahead and pin it for a 3-1 advantage.
We're splitting that.
I was going to ask for permission at the end, not in the middle of the match. That's why I said they're unopened. But if you want to let chat know, we are talking about a C4 Jolly Rancher watermelon flavor.
I think we're both needing it right about now.
Yeah, so I said they're in advance, so that way after this match we can have a whole conversation about it. But we can do it on air.
I mean, hey, why not? The world needs to know.
That we're sleepy.
They can already tell that. Las Vegas, I mean, it's got benefits, but it's definitely got it's tempting to go out and enjoy yourself every night. Yeah, we didn't.
I was going to say.
It was an early night for us. We slept.
Good 100 there from Maria Carly. You can tell when she starts to get into this zone, this flow state of hers, when the darts start leaving, I wouldn't say angrily, but definitely with more tenacity. Exactly what's happening here.
Crazy is Amy's been kind of fighting this first dart. You know, if it lands perfectly in the triple, it's okay. But most of the time, it's landing below, and she's maneuvered around it to somewhat find a triple almost every time she comes up to the board. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, she's pulling a lot into the low 5. Take a shot right here if she hits a 5 on this first. Her third dart's been no settler every single time. That's high 5. Good settle. Might stay. I don't know
Yeah, she will.
Just,
She took a slight glance down. I was like, man.
but you see the visual blocker though, and then she undercut the dart trying to place it.
Needs another one, but Carly cannot find it. Probably going to be okay here unless Amy can convert on a big. I mean, a 180 would be nice. One in this match so far. See if she can hit another.
Not gonna hit another, but this does make it interesting. She does hit another. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I didn't give you enough credit. Big moment. Oh, doesn't find the go-ahead. 182. Can you set yourself up in a position? Can you get yourself to a 1 treble finish? 3 single 20s does accomplish that goal with a bull shot. Even better. Even better. What a time for the 140 from Amy Komiyama.
That is huge. Back-to-back 140s to set herself up at 42, and she's going to get a look with Maria missing out on the 136. Well,
So 42 now the swing.
should be 610 wire here. Goes 2.
Yeah, she did this earlier on. I agree, though. I like the safer play. Doesn't matter now if you take this. Oh, and she shanks it.
An unfortunate dart there. Just try to to leave this tidy. 7 or 19. Did hit, double 10 earlier in the match, the first leg. So, yeah, I don't mind that at all. Either one's fine. Aim for that wire. And
36 was the shot for 36. Double 10. For the match. Second match start incoming. Feels like it's a must go with Marie on 40. You play this aggressive. This is your last turn of this leg. Maria Carly now gets a match-saving shot to go ahead and at least keep this going a little bit longer. Not a bad dart. And that's a perfect dart there. Maria Carly said, we're not done yet.
oh, she keeps fighting here in this matchup. 3-2 scoreline now. Amy will get throw, though. That is definitely a mentionable.
Mentionable it will.
She would just need to hold here in order to take it. That's a great first. Once again, right below the triple 20 here. I have to maneuver around it.
Yeah, and she just is such a I want to stay up here as much as possible kind of player.
But see, she makes the transition and she finds it with the lat. It's. She keeps finding success here, even with blocking herself.
But then Maria fires right back, and so far is trying to gain a little bit of ground. 40 points of separation against the darts. Maria doing a great job of keeping herself composed, and I think she has definitely gotten better throughout this matchup. Here's the opportunity to really take the reins. If you can find one good trouble, feels a lot different. 60 on the turn. It stays neck and neck between the two.
This round is big right here. This is the round that could decide this leg. Unfortunately, Amy will not be able to leave a check.
And that's going to, again, continue to accentuate the pressure of this opening. One good turn away from either one of these players putting this leg out of reach. Pretty good turn. Amy can still course correct. 156, no gimme.
Advantage Maria here. What a ton.
Good timing for it. 155. Stay true. Hit big. Not that. Got the 5 out of the way at the worst time possible. Good correction. You can stay there. You like leaving double 10? Gets a little fancy with it, though.
16 for tops. For a last leg decider. Oh, boy.
And you can see Amy kind of like pointing at her own head, having a laugh back there. But knows, hey, I had a 3-1 advantage, and this is not looking too bright.
Now, I don't know if you saw what she just did. She held her darts to the sky and was hoping that
I should try that
Lord
move.
above would help her out here.
I need to try that move.
What a gesture from me.
What an icon.
Amazing.
What an icon.
Maria, the first dart triple, backs it up on dart number 3. She's finding a groove here now.
Yeah, she's only gotten better throughout this entire matchup. Amy stayed in a pretty similar gear. And again, when she's gotten down to the bottom line, she typically does better. But those last couple from Maria were just absolute class on the dartboard.
See, she continues the success on the triple bed. Great back and forth duel here. For an opportunity to advance into the last 8.
You certainly would like to. Maria is absolutely still in the driver's seat. Did a good job defending her throw. Both these ladies are now really firing on all cylinders. But Maria seems to be firing just a little bit better. Doesn't get to a finish. Could have played for the bull to leave one. A little bit of a gamble. The gamble pay off. Really needed to stay true on that second dart. Now needs to find a trouble. Doesn't get to a finish. So Maria Carly has 6 darts for 171 points.
Downstairs, look for the 51. Left her tops. Amy goes for the 1-3-3. She elects to stay upstairs. $14.20, 4 tops here.
Match dart now for Maria Carly, who has already survived 3 of them.
Ooh.
Doesn't go. Amy Komiyama should get dart at least at the bull. As long as you're careful.
Go 20s here.
That's not the first dart you need. 87, you have to find the trouble. Almost, just barely on the other side of the line.
Tripped in or tripped
The body language, the pallety face.
in. Yeah.
She thinks it's about over.
You would believe so. I mean, Maria hasn't missed this double 10, right? So she should convert for a second.
They should.
Ooh.
Match pressure. And you can see the face.
Well, it's a tougher workaround now. You can see she's kind of sliding over to the left just a hair. Oh, and immediately was not thrilled with that one.
Now all of a sudden, 15 double top. Amy, all is forgiven. 3-1 lead. Doesn't matter. As long as you get the 4 by your name. Drills the big number. 2 more match darts. Komiyama looking for the top. A good marker for her. Too good of a marker. She undercuts it. You can see the reaction. That left her hand. She knew it wasn't going to make it there.
Such difficult darts. Pressure is a crazy thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's the dart. Gotta drill it. Not a bad dart leaving her hand, but it just doesn't go. Who wants it more, ladies?
Japanese players supporting back there. They're definitely going to give some claps if she can pull this one off. Just on the inside. That had to look good.
It looks great. And there it is. She does go through.
I told you they'd be quick to support, and she gets the job done over Maria Carly to advance into the last 8.
Amy almost had a squandered opportunity. Maria fought back for her opportunity, but it reigns true to Komiyama.
Well, folks, we got more action coming your way here next. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira, don't go anywhere. Your Las Vegas Classic coverage continues here in just a moment. Be right back.
I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's on my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready?
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
Waiting. Chance the hometown hero Michael van Gerwen has to take. Big moment in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He needs double five. Michael van Gerwen wins on home soil.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store With over 10,000 different products, we create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our coverage here of the Las Vegas Classic from Las Vegas, Nevada. William Stewart, alongside me for this one's going to be Alex Moss of the Weekly Dartcast. Nice to have you on, sir. How's it going?
Pleasure to be here, Will. Thanks very much for having me. Great to be in the States for the first time and enjoying the experience. Maybe not gone as far as I wanted to in the darts, but that's why I think I'm here in the commentary box, because my run's ended. The second round today.
Oh, that's quite all right. We're happy to have you here on the call and joining us here. What is your experience of Las Vegas so far? Pretty cool, huh?
It's been awesome, yeah. I think the furthest flight I've had before this weekend was probably about 4 hours, so
a little bit longer than that.
So it took me about 10 and a half hours to get over here, but no, it's been a brilliant weekend so far. Really enjoyed it. Great hospitality from everyone here, and yeah, definitely going to come back. I don't think this is a one and done. I think I'll be coming back.
We love to hear that. Well, right now we got Joe Cheney taking on Chris Lightning Lim. Now you're very familiar with Paul rather than Chris. I'm guessing this is your first time seeing Chris.
I've heard the name Chris. You know, he's had some wins in recent years. I remember seeing his name pop up winning some WDF ranking events, and obviously it's a tough act to follow, isn't it?
Yes.
Trying to follow Paul Lim, who we've just seen play at Ali Pali at the ripe old age of 71, the oldest player to win a match at Ali Pali. So, yeah, no, good on him, Chris. He started well in this match.
Yes, definitely. He is your reigning WDF Classic, or Las Vegas Classic champion, I should say that, as looking to try to gain another title and go back-to-back here if he possibly can. Chris has been playing really well of late. I saw him last month here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he played so good. I mean, just so good. Wired a 9 darter. Wow. Granted, soft tip rather than steel tip. He does venture in both, but if that's any indicator for what could possibly happen, there you go. And of course, he won the cricket as well. Let's not mention that.
Yeah, that's my first experience of playing cricket yesterday. It's like I was saying to you earlier, this morning. I call it the chess of darts. You know, it's a very technical game. There's lots of different ways you can go about it. And obviously, it's very big here in the US. You play a lot of cricket. Yeah, definitely want to try and play a few more tournaments, because I played it with my co-host Burton DeWitt yesterday in the pairs. Wasn't quite confident to play it in the singles on Friday, but I think get used to it and give it a proper go. But no, it was a very fun game to play.
What do you think about the overall pack-in that we do. I mean, the weekend is pretty full of events, isn't it?
I think it's brilliant. I think more countries, more tournaments should do that sort of thing. Put on loads of tournaments. It makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? If you come over here, you're playing 2-3 tournaments a day. Obviously, it's a long day as well. If you go very far in the tournaments, I remember on Friday watching Gary Brooks get to the final of the ADO national singles, and literally 15 minutes later he was playing another tournament. So it can be long if you go very far, but I think for any player that's coming in this weekend, you're going to get your money's worth. You're going to get lots of games, which is obviously worth it when you're making the trip over it.
Definitely. I mean, just like Nalani Tyrell today, she played in the youth event. Immediately won, had to go chalk for her first matchup of the women's event. So yeah, I mean, it can be a little nerve-wracking, but yeah, we definitely pack it in, and more chances to win a little dough. It is always nice. And you're also in Vegas. Come on, there's a lot of chances to win some cash here.
Absolutely.
Well, 270 remaining for Chris. Definitely advantage to Joe here, but with a ton to leave that big fish, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, looking for one treble with the last 2 darts, getting down to the big fish. Doesn't quite find it, so Cheney got a bit of time on his side here in this second leg to level up.
No harm, no foul. Doesn't really have to attack the 18s, but I like it anyways because 2 of them leaves double 10. It's a fancy finish.
Left it well placed, and he tops left when he comes back. And following this tournament earlier, obviously playing in it, I was on the board next to Alex Spellman. He's gone out very early in this tournament. Had a great run yesterday getting to the final, but he's gone out early today. And it just goes to show that even in the early rounds, the standard of players that you can get drawn against, you've got to have your wits about you, because you could be going home early like Alex did today.
The change is certainly happening in our game these days. I mean, you look at the days of old, man. We were walkover matches when we went international, and nowadays a little bit different story. We can kind of hold our own in certain aspects. Now we still have our fair share of first round L's, but that's going to happen to anyone. I mean, even your top dog Luke Littler takes the L every once in a while, right?
He does, yeah, not very often, but
you're right there. 1 in 100, maybe.
Yeah, he had quite a good year last year, didn't he? Won quite a lot of tournaments, but no, it's great to see. And obviously, doing my podcast with Burton DeWitt, he's based where he used to live in Houston. Now he lives in Washington, so he's from America. I'm always asking him, like, what's the dart scene like in America? Is it growing? And you've got to give a shout out to all the people behind the scenes that are putting on events like this weekend, yourselves as well, putting on these streams, getting the game out there. It's great to see, and hopefully, it's not going to be an overnight success, but you think the years going forward, we're going to see more Americans, more Canadians get into the game. That Luke Littler effect, hopefully that will come over here as well, and we'll see more players get on the PDC tour and really give it a good go, because if darts can crack America, the options are endless, aren't they?
Yeah, we did see. I mean, it was big. We had the PDC World Championship Finals on NBC the next day afterwards, and that's national broadcast. That's huge. So a lot of eyes on the sport there. We can grow things. We'll see how Chris attacks this. I'm guessing 171. Yeah. 95 leaves the ton, so he'll stay right there. Not anymore.
He's down to a finish. He would have liked to have left a smaller one than that, but Cheney needs at least one treble to join him on a finish. Got one.
One of those individuals he still gets around, just not as much as he used to. He likes his hiking these days, his outdoor activities, so enjoying that side of life. He's been there and done that on the scene, been on the lakeside stage numerous times, so good to see him enjoying life. Good 117 there. Say, that may not have been quite right. Yeah, there we go.
There in the end. I remember seeing Joe Cheney's name on the board next to me. I think he averaged like 100 in one of his early rounds, so he's obviously playing very well today. And double 12.
Ooh.
For a 144, what about that? Lovely darts.
That's a great finish from Cheney. You can see the respect given from Chris to give him a little knuckles on that one.
I've got to say, that's something that I've noticed over the weekend as well, is the the sportsmanship between the players as well. Like if you have a good shot, you know, before they even throw their next darts, your opponent's saying, "Oh, good darts," giving you the fist bump, and even after you check out a leg, they're giving you the fist bump as well. You know, it's nice to see that sportsmanship in the game as well.
We'll say we can go a little bit overboard at times with the soft tip side of things. It's kind of every round. I'm like, all right, guys, you don't need to fist bump me for a 26. Okay, thank you. At least like a ton plus. All right, I'll give you one. But yeah, so that is you're right. That sportsmanship is nice to see here and there. It's just that camaraderie in darts is good.
Definitely, yeah. If they were giving me fist bumps for every 26,
Yeah,
I would be quite sore. I think.
You'd be like, all right, guys, yeah.
Come on.
That tends to happen on some of our tournaments. We won't lie.
This game well placed. Obviously, Chinese broken with that 1-4-4 finish. Looking good to hold throw here as well.
It would be big for him to best Chris here and get that last 32.
Good tournament yesterday, the Open, which is obviously a gold-ranked event. So the winner of that gets to Lakeside. Jason Brandon, he's going to be heading back to the home of World Darts at the end of the year.
He is itching for that opportunity, to be fair. I know that he wasn't pleased taking the big L to Paul, but he also said I was a little bit starstruck. Let's be honest. I mean, I looked up to him for years, still do, and
Unbelievable run, wasn't it? Getting to the semi-finals, and then, well, last year just gone, he had the unenviable task of going up against the young 15-year-old Mitchell Laurie, who, you know, he was taking plenty of scalps that week at Lakeside, and 3-0 up in the final as well. He looked very well placed to go all the way before Jimmy Vansky reeled off the 6 sets to win the title. But no, Jason's got his spot early doors at the start of the year. He can start planning and getting himself ready to attack that tournament at the end of the year.
younger generation. The new breed coming in, Mitchell Laurie's, and even a few over here in the States, Kobe Krishman and Colt Dunn, and even in the women area. I mean, Nalani Terrell, Layla Bunce, Asia Jalbert. Bright future. Here we go, Cheney, 57 for 32. For 3-1.
Quite. You heard the yell there. He fancied it after the treble with the first start, but this is a chance to break straight back for Lim. 2 darts at tops. A little bit lower. He makes the adjustment. We have a level game. Breaks straight back.
Good shot there to, as you said, break straight back. That's exactly what he needed to do. Kind of hurting if you find yourself in a 3-1 deficit. Take a look at the side profile here. Tough third. Pretty standard. Keeps it level-headed. Only the arm movement.
Yep, that's what you want. Not a lot of movement in the throw. Too bad throws to try and replicate. I'll tell you what, one of the best throws I've seen from North American players over the last few years. You just mentioned Arsha Jalba.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Well, I call it a Q action, but you know, it's a throw. It's unbelievable. Like I watched it at Lakeside up close. It's a brilliant throw, and I know she's only really getting into like the WDF side of things, but if she carries on playing, I can see her getting back to Lakeside many more times, and who knows, really pushing to try and win that world championship. I think it's a throw that's one of the best in the ladies' game, and if not the rest of the game as well.
I've said for a while that her throw is just immaculate, and yeah, I think that she proved a point. Although she took the L, she proved a point that hey, she averaged about a 70, 72, I believe it was. She held her own. She was a little upset a little bit ago, taking an early L here in this Las Vegas Classic. But I also told her 2-year order of merit now. Like you're okay. You can take it. You can take an early one and jump back into it in the next event and be okay. But she's only 21.
Yeah.
Got to learn that the hard way, right?
Yeah, age is on her side, and as we know with darts, age is just a number. We know there's lots of young players coming through, but you've got a lot of years ahead of her to really make her mark in the game.
170 for Chris.
Couple of treble sevens there. Lowers the finish that he's got left. Time on his side in this leg as well. And he's going to need a couple of trebles to get down to a finish. Not going to find it here.
He raises his hands. Classic Joe. Yesterday, Cam Crabtree came up to hit the winning darts in the open doubles, and Joe's standing right behind him, jumping up and down on the stage, trying to distract him. Classic Joe Cheney.
Good on him. Well, not the best setup shot from Lim there.
Definitely not. It just allows Cheney to add a little pressure to this one. How huge would a 140 be? Even a ton would be fine, and he can't manage that.
Bit of a let off there for Lim. May only get one dart at a double. Well, it's going to be two at double 12 to regain the lead. Only needs the one. Clean finish for Chris Lim. Moves the one away from a place in the last 32. Been a back and forth game, this one.
Definitely has. I mean, you had 2 breaks and 2 holds, right? So
Let's see if we can go all the way, get to that last leg decider.
3 holds. My apologies. Surprised he didn't switch there. Felt like he could work around it, and he did.
Managed to find the treble with the last dart. Small advantage after 3 darts each. Coming back, they're straight darts, but not finding a treble. Walks off. I just noticed him walking off the stage in the background.
He's been doing that. He's been doing it the last few times where he'll walk
Okay.
off the stage. It's kind of, I'm wondering what he was doing, and I just figured, oh, that's just Cheney being Cheney.
So we have like sometimes see like the heat map of players in, you guys call it soccer.
Yes.
Football. You see like the heat map of someone that's running around the pitch. I think Joe Cheney's heat map in this match will be quite a lot.
Getting them steps in, that's for sure.
He is, yeah.
He's a hiker. Getting them steps.
Getting a bit of practice in for his next hike, but he's going to need to find a big shot here. Otherwise, he'll be heading off out of this tournament. Needs to find another treble. And he does. Great find there. This is for the match. Chris Lim, 1-2-1. Get through to the last 32. Continue his title defence.
Lim kind of make some untraditional moves. Sometimes we'll could have used the bull there and elected not to.
Cheney's had a 1-4-4. 1-4-5 not going to go. Coming back at 64. 2 darts at a double or 1. Will be 2 at tops.
Could be a good guide for Lim. And it's not just underneath the bed. It'll give Cheney a look at 88 here.
In the scores. 20 left for Lim. Cheney, take us all the way. Funny way of going.
That's
He's found it.
real funny. That threw me off. Cheney, what in the world are you doing?
Gotta say, I've never seen 88 took out like that.
Not at all.
Fair
That
play.
is okay. I mean, if it works, it works. I get the 18, 20 to,
Yeah.
but whoa.
Might have to try that next time, I think. Clinical from Cheney. We are going all the way, and opening score of 41 from Lim. Opened the door very early on in this decider for Cheney. Profits on the 41. A little wander off again.
And yeah, the shake of the head there from Lim, knowing whatever he does from this point, he is behind the ball right now.
He is, yeah. Cheney's stolen the darts very early on in this decider. Again, it's profit on the 25, but it wanted a lot more than that.
Oh, indeed. I mean, he left room for Lim to hit a 2 triple turn and take the advantage back here.
Trebles again. Only this is his leg to lose from this point. Downstairs, doesn't find the treble. Talking to himself in the background as well. Lim's back in the red bit. Downstairs. He's back in front. Really tough to call which way this one's going to go now.
Yeah, it's crazy how things can turn on a dime.
He's going to need to find at least 2 trebles here. Get down to a finish as and he has a little wander off again. Got one of them. Got the second. Great adjustment there from Chris Lim. He's not giving up this title without a fight.
Oh, that is big from Lim. This needs to be big from Cheney as well.
The 25. It's not a bad leave there though. This to go through. Got a 144 from Cheney. Gonna get the 155 from Lim.
You saw him shift over. He thought about going down.
Good leave. Got over the line. Go Cheney. Options here. Wow. Surprising.
He just hit the 88 on the 18s.
Come
I guess
on.
2 darts instead of 3.
Method to the madness. Chris Lim to get over the line. In a match that's gone back and forth. 2 darts at top.
And
There it
he
is.
gets it. Wow. And I do want to say, I know the reason why Cheney was actually doing that. Cheney on the stage wanted to get off, so he's not bothering.
Oh, okay.
That's why he was doing it after all. It kind of hit me afterwards because of how quickly he was moving back there. I was like, that would be why. Well, big win for Chris Lim as he keeps on keeping on in this bracket. Barely. As he's still hunting for that back-to-back title here at the Las Vegas Classic if he can do it. Wow. 88 finish, 54-34.
Yeah.
Why not?
We're going to be remembering that one for a little while, I think. Every time we see someone leave 88.
You're going to be queuing that one in on your next call. All righty, folks. That's William Stewart, Alex Moss joining me for a few. We'll be right back with some more entertainment, folks. Thanks for joining us.
looking for handouts. I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments. I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence. I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak. Get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready?
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
Waiting. Chance the hometown hero Michael van Gerwen has to take big moment in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He needs double five. Michael van Gerwen wins on home soil.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision, come and watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, when you ready.
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
Waiting. Chance the hometown hero Michael van Gerwen has to take. Big moment in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He needs double five. Michael van Gerwen wins on home soil.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments. I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competition.
Let's get back underway here. Wendy Reinstadler taking on Callie West in another great battle. How about this one in the semifinal already, as it should be? I mean, Callie, second place yesterday. Wendy, she's had success here in the past. She went runner-up, semifinal, runner-up, top four, quarterfinal yesterday. William Stewart, Alex Moss on the call. I hope you're ready for action, folks. Let's get going. Alex, what do you have to say about this match here? I mean, Callie, she's been on the scene in the U.S. here for quite some time. She's been international in the World Cups and whatnot, but has just barely missed Lakeside quite a few times now.
Yeah, she's a name that I've known about for a long time as well. Obviously, one of the big names for ladies darts in North America, and hopefully one day we'll see her play in that World Championship in the WDF. I think she'd deserve it based on what she's done over the years, what she's given to the game. But as we're seeing nowadays, we were talking about it during the last game as well, that the players that are coming through in North America, not just in the men's and the boys, but the ladies game as well, you know, it's not going to get any easier to get to the Lakeside or get to the World Championship. So every credit to her. Still coming, she's still putting in the time and effort on the board to try and make that dream become a reality.
Well, it's going to be a tough battle. Wendy, as I said, no slouch. She's been here, done that in the Las Vegas Open before. I mean, it's going to take a probably overall 70 average to get this done here from either competitor. Let's see if they have it in the tank here. Been a long weekend. Sunday can definitely, those little aches can creep up at any point.
Yeah, I certainly felt that coming into the venue today.
I feel it and I haven't even thrown yet, let's be honest.
Yeah, my 52 average yesterday turned into a 41 today, so yeah, I can relate to any of the players if they're feeling a bit of aches and pains. I don't think I've ever thrown as many darts as I have this weekend, but you know, they are into the semi-finals here, so it is, you know, one more win, get them into the final, get close to winning another title. And yesterday I've got to give a mention to Dita Hedman as well, the quality of darts that she threw at the back end of that tournament. To beat Maria Carli in the semi-finals, I thought that when we got to the semi-finals, I thought the winner of that is going to go on to win the title, when those two served up an excellent game, didn't they? And the reigning Women's World Champion Dita Hedman going all the way to win that Open title yesterday.
Yeah, big stuff from her, your WDF number one. Looking to keep that title for quite some time if you can. Well, it would be 216s for tops.
Just goes low. So this is a chance for an early break for Carly West. Options here.
She usually goes 20s. That's electing on the 19s this time. I think that's key. I think that your traditional routes, some people get lost in the traditional routes. You can't always do that, right? You got to, I mean, each day is different. Sometimes you're collecting those 20s, sometimes you're collecting the 19s, whatever gives you the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, the old school of thought is you've been thrown at 20s all game, stay on the 20s, but nowadays obviously we see players use the board a lot more, switching to the 19s, switching to the 18s, and going their different routes for checkouts. The 140, we saw that with Gary Brooks on Friday in the ADO National Singles, going the old Rob Cross route, the two treble 18s for double 16, and yeah, I said to my co-host Burton earlier today when he had 140 left and he started on the 18s in practice, I said, "Oh, you've gone the old Gary Brooks route." He's taken that name off him now, but no, double 10 for West, having to go around the houses. Double 5. Way off with the last one.
We'll give Wendy another chance at this double 5. It'll be the Madhouse.
Finds it. Brilliant dart. It's unorthodox, but gets it done. The opening leg to Wendy Reinstatler.
Callie will try to push that one into the back of her mind here. Granted, not the best of starts here from both of them, but as I said, they'll be able to start queuing it in here sooner rather than later.
Yeah, that's it. That leg's gone now. Nothing you can do about it. Just got to move on. And as we get to the semi-finals, obviously the format is the best of 7 legs, so a bit of time for both players to settle into this one.
Again, this is a WDF silver ranked event, so still a massive amount of points up for grabs. That will definitely help you on the ranking list. Right now, Callie just outside of the top 20. I believe she's 23, 24 range, if I recall. So with yesterday and a combination of today, she could possibly slip into that top 15, top 10 range. I think top 10 would be a little bit much of an ass there. A little bit too much of an ass, but
Yeah, it's a good start to the year, and obviously the rankings start again in November when you have events like the Irish Open, the Czech Open. So getting the points early doors, obviously you can map out your year a lot better, can't you? You're not chasing points going to different events. If you can pick up a lot of points this weekend in Vegas, it is going to make a big difference for the rest of the year. And we saw that last year with Dieter Hedman winning the Open last year. That got her the spot at Lakeside. She knew she was going to be going into that tournament, so that took the pressure off a little bit going into the rest of the year.
I think it was more than that, too. You look at a lot of those international competitors that came over and had a little bit of success. You could see that they earned their place into Lakeside. I mean, Matt Clark was one that came over, and he even competed in a couple Florida events in August to kind of get some more ranking points. Vince Temple as well. I mean, there's very big benefits to attending these early events, and if you have a little success, it's going to be known. It's going to be noted.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Matt Clark was a brilliant story last year. Obviously, the health issues that he went through to get back playing darts was such an inspirational story, and had one of his best years last year, getting to finals, getting to semi-finals, getting back to Lakeside for the first time. I think it was 22 years. The last time he'd obviously played at Ali Pali, the Circus Tavern events like that, but to get back to the Lakeside was he says was his best achievement in darts, and he's been playing for an awful long time. And yeah, just goes to show that come to these events early part of the year, you make your mark, then it can set you off on a good footing for the rest of the year.
You certainly can. 92 needed for West here. A little pressure behind her with Wendy at 60. 51 for tops. Will not go.
So this for 2-0. Tops for Wendy. She has a 2-0 lead in this semi-final.
That's more like it. A 20 dart leg will do.
Yeah, breaker throw as well. Always handy, especially in these short races. She's halfway to the finish line, halfway to getting through to the final.
I have no doubt in my mind Wendy's going to be back next year, no matter what, even with this semifinal run. She just, I mean, like I said earlier, continues to find success here in Vegas. There's something about this air, I guess.
Yeah, I think after this game I might have to have a word with her and say, like, what is the secret? Because I've come over here and I've only won like 2 legs, so yeah, I'll ask her what the secret is. But
yeah, I wonder what her evenings consist of. Let's be honest. I wonder if she hits the hay early or if she's only getting a few hours of sleep. We'll find that one out and relay it to you all.
Yeah, we need to find the secret. But no, she's had a good start to this one. 2-0 up. Obviously, both players can play a lot better than what they're throwing at the moment, but at this point in the day, it's just about getting the W, getting through to that final, giving yourself a chance of winning the title. West has got it all to do at 2-0 down. Going to need to break Wendy twice if she's going to win this game now.
Easier said than done. especially right now where the triples just seem to be a little bit too much to ask for both of our competitors. The trebleless turns continue to add up here. That used to not even be a relevant marker. That used to not even exist in, like, the trebleless turns, and all of a sudden in the last 5-10 years, it's became very much a big stat.
Yeah, I always see it come up on like the PDC tournaments, like the majors. They'll show the trebleless visits, won't they? And Luke Littler's usually on about single figures after about 20 legs, and I'm cursing myself, going, "How do you manage to do that?" But no, it's definitely an interesting statistic, and the power scoring in legs as well. We know how important that side of it is. So if you're knocking in a treble every visit, it is going to make a difference. And
I think that's why, like, Leonard Gates has had so much success here.
yeah,
In the early first 9 stages, he hammers down power scoring and gets down to those checkouts where maybe he doesn't really necessarily have to take out the checkout the traditional route. That's why he's gotten away with it for so long. And now he's starting to realize, okay, I'm facing a little bit more competition here. I need to readjust my thought process, and actively been working on that for a few years now.
Yeah, with all due respect to Leonard, we know his counting at the back end of legs can be a little bit off sometimes, but no issues with his scoring. And I remember Q School probably going back like 5 or 6 years ago, he was knocking in 110 averages, and we're going, wow, if he can keep this going, he's going to be a real player. So that A game that he's got, he's right up there. But as we all know, it's all about the consistency in games and tournaments, and he's been one of the top players for a number of years now in North America. And we've seen him at Ali Pali, we've seen him at Lakeside, we've seen him pretty much everywhere representing North America and holding his own as well.
1997 multiplication champion, if you didn't know that.
Wow.
But subtraction, on the other hand. I'm just kidding. Leonard, I love you, brother. Sorry. 216s is what the game plan was. Just go ahead and hit a... Okay, 14 works. I figured she'd go for the 16 there, but that works.
Well, had the shot at the ball. Didn't quite go, but this is going to take a real effort to get the 157. Not going to go for West. So Ryan Statler coming back at 42 to edge further in front. Goes for the single 10. 2 darts at double 16. 1 dart left at double 8. Doesn't find it.
I like that route there, 610 wire, just to, no matter what, you're guaranteed to have a look there. As she smiles that one off, knowing, well, this leg's probably not going my way.
It's a good find with the last, but yeah, the right smile after that first start going in the single 3 meant the shot was off. And Wendy Ryan Statler is 3-0 up, 1 leg away from a place in the final of the Las Vegas Classic Women's Singles. Carly West has got it all to do.
Well, look at this throw. Very unique with the double clutch and the lack of a follow through. All that wrist movement, and as you can see, it's not the same wrist movement every time. She kind of flings the hand open sometimes. She'll do the proper follow through sometimes. It's very crazy. How Callie West gets this throw to work sure is something.
Yeah, it's one of them throws where when it's on, it is on, and we've seen that over the years when she's won titles and had great runs, but it is one of those throws that when it does go wrong, as we're seeing in this match so far, she's got a lot to do. Good score though there with the ton. She's not giving up just yet. Wendy Ryan Statler's throw is a lovely follow through.
You can see, I mean, even with the height difference, she's not lunging at all. She kind of has the she's got it down pat. She's a savvy veteran. She's been doing it for years. Yeah, that follow through sure is immaculate though.
Yeah, very pleasing on the eye. She'll be looking to get the job done here, if she can. Give herself a bit of time to get ready for the final. Try and pick up another title.
think that the other side of the bracket may be still playing a quarterfinal matchup, so she most likely will have a little bit of time if she can advance here. To take a break, grab a beverage, or use the restroom, whatever it may be.
Always good to have a bit of time between matches. We know, like with these tournaments, obviously you can be on and off straight away, but when we get to the back end of the tournament, she's going to have that bit of time, obviously, if she can get over the line here. Carly West obviously will have something to say about that as she gets down to a finish, and this has probably been her best leg of the match so far. She's down to a finish after 15 darts. Wendy's going to come downstairs now to leave the big fish. What a way to win the match that would be if she gets a chance.
It's key. If she gets the chance, yes, she will. And honestly, I would have been keen for Cal to transition there. That kind of looks a little blocked to me.
Yeah, she comes downstairs, but this is for a place in the final. Another one of those. Just goes wide.
She wanted it, though. Look at that. Look at that smile from her, like, oh.
Oh, and there we go. Once that first dart went in, her eyes would have lit up. But is to save it.
Good third to add some pressure. This 96. Double 8. Cannot go. So the cleanup job for Wendy to advance to the final.
Double 16 it is to get through to the final.
Just off.
To stay in it. Wow.
Oh, that is extremely tough, and that may be her last. I believe it will be. It is her last starts in this Las Vegas Classic as Wendy Reinstadler advances into the final. Another successful run here for Wendy. Wow.
Yeah, the Englishwoman has done the job. She's beaten the American 4-0, and she will be coming back later on to play for the title. She is through to the Las Vegas Classic Women's Singles Final.
Let's go ahead and take a look here. Yeah, Amy Komiya and Megan Ferguson in the quarterfinals right now, tied up 2-2. So still a little time before we see that semifinal and final. So I'm sure we'll see a men's matchup or that semifinal next up. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with more action here from Las Vegas, Nevada in just a moment. More action from the Las Vegas Classic. Leonard Gates, Jacob Womack. This matchup could be exciting. William Stewart, Alex Moss here. I don't know if you know much about Jake Womack. I don't know if you've heard the name, but he is a talented, young individual. And I say young because I know he's still in the 27 range or so. Deceivingly looks older, but yeah, he's pretty young. He swept the Evolution Tour at one point a few years back on that CDC tour, so pretty talented. Let's see what he got in store for Mr. Leonard here.
Yeah, he's a name that I've heard of for the last few years, obviously playing WDF events, playing the CDC events, and getting through to some of their stage events as well. But obviously giving up a lot in terms of the experience on the stage here and know-how on the hockey with Leonard Gates, who just recently went to number 1 in the WDF Open rankings following the departure of Jimmy Vansky, the world champion. He's got his tour card at Q School, so the Lakeside champion's going to be strutting his stuff on the PTC tour for the next couple of years at least.
Yeah, regaining that number 1 position. We know Leonard, he plays everything. It doesn't matter if it's CDC, WDF, soft tip. Leonard is going to be gone every single weekend to participate in darts because that's what he does.
Yeah, if there's a venue that's got a dartboard, chances are Leonard Gates will be there.
Thought he had 2 triples there. I thought he left the 1 or the 22 finish and just a little outside.
But a bit of pressure applied from Jacob Womack there, getting himself down to a single to double. Gates going to have to clean up this 42. Looking at double 16. Can he work his way inside?
Nails it. 1-0 advantage for Leonard. Leonard, I kind of was chucking some darts up on the over on the practice area earlier, and Leonard came up behind me and started throwing with me, and we were just chatting. He made me aware that he has recently changed his points to 55 millimeters.
Wow.
And he already chucks a pretty good lengthy dart. I mean, it's 54 millimeters long, and he already adds an addigram, which adds a little bit extra length. So maybe looking at one of the longest darts in the game here today.
Well, there we go. I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it, whatever age you are at darts, players are going to be tinkering with their equipment, trying to find that extra percent to get them to the next level, and Leonard Gates one of those, changing his points, adding some weight to his darts.
He's one that frequently adjusts, and you may not even notice it. So he always has an extra set with him, and he'll kind of transition sometimes in between the two. I think one has conversion points, one doesn't, because of how much soft he does play. So a little interesting, but it works for him. He's found the success.
Yeah, he certainly has. We saw him at Ali Pali at the end of last year, playing in the PDC World Championship again, and I'm pretty sure he'll be looking to get to another World Championship this year, whether that's in the PDC or in the WDF at Lakeside. He'll be a firm favourite to be playing for world titles at the end of the year.
We can consider him Prince of the Walk-On, King of the Walk-On, whatever.
So
He's got to be up there, right?
certainly up there. With our podcast awards at the end of each year, we do like a walk-on song of the year. Leonard Gates not quite made the cut-off, unfortunately, this year. All our listeners do the nominations, so Leonard, you can blame them for not picking you. But yeah, I'll give you the exclusive reveal who's won that the award this year. We are going to be announcing those winners on Friday. But Mitsuhuku Tatsunami,
Of course.
I know I've butchered that name, but his walk-on at Ali Pali was voted our winner. So congratulations to him, and hopefully we'll see it again a few more times because it was good fun watching him walk out and really get into it.
Oh, boy, was it. It was a good one. It was a thriller. Well, he tried 12 for tops. Going to have to readjust here. It's a little bit more difficult, especially with Gates on double-8. Needed to have that. Gates hit a clutch 180 here to set himself up.
Taking a step back, something's distracted him there. It's the right thing to do. If you're not ready to throw your darts, just give yourself a moment. And it is a big dart, isn't it? Because if you can't find this double 4, Jacob Womack's going to come back to try and level.
It was right there on the wire. As you said, yeah, Jake's going to come in here looking at double 10 for 1-1. Well off. Going to have to work it in. Oh, dear.
Great adjustment.
I was scared for that one coming in.
Well, he got there in the end, used all 3. Doesn't matter which dart you get it with, as long as you get it. And we do have a level game after 2 legs. It's going to be frustrating for Soldier because really he should be going into this 3rd leg with a 2-0 lead.
Yes, definitely. He's gonna believe that as well. There's no doubt about it.
But he's already had a good weekend, Leonard, winning the ADO National Singles on Friday night. Caught the back end of that game, watching it on the stage. Brilliant game against Gary Brooks, who we talked about him earlier on in the stream. I think he deserves a mention because that was an excellent run for him to get to the final, but just falling short. And I was talking to him afterwards. The 130 that he had for the match, treble 20, second dart, just strays into the treble 5, doesn't get a shot at the bull or double 5, and yeah, hopefully he'll come back from that. But Gates fires in the maximum. He's looking to pick up another title this weekend, cap off the weekend with another one.
I think the main thing with that win in the ADO 5-1 National Championship, it takes a lot of stress because there's a good chunk of money that you got from that one. So you know your weekend's kind of paid for. It's a stress reliever. Just come into the rest of the weekend saying, all right, whatever happens, happens. So, yeah, thanks for mentioning the Gary thing because I've been telling him for years, man, you're not far off. It just any given day, you find your rhythm, you can win this thing. And Friday was a proving point on that one.
Definitely, yeah. He's a player that I've not come across before, but certainly I know the name Gary Brooks now, and I'll be keeping an eye out for him for the rest of the year. Hopefully we'll see him playing a few more tournaments. Didn't play yesterday or today. He had a flight back on Saturday, so unfortunately we didn't get to see him play the rest of the tournaments this weekend. But yeah, I'm sure that run that he had on Friday will give him plenty of confidence to try and come back and go again for the rest of the year and try and pick up some of these big titles on the North American circuit.
Definitely. Well, what a first for Womack. That'll certainly work. Set yourself up with a look at a check here. Tops to essentially steal it away.
Drags it low on the tops. Gates coming back for double 10. So hold his throw again. Regain the lead. Having to go upstairs now. Can't find it. There's more missed doubles, and you can see the frustration coming from Leonard Gates there. That could have been for a 3-0 lead. And he's just gone 2-1 behind.
Those tricky doubles. Those tricky doubles indeed, as Jake will turn right back around and have throw here in leg number 4.
It always feels good when you win a leg. Go and get your darts and you're going, hang on, I'm throwing again now.
Yes.
You've broken the throw. It's always a good feeling.
You also get that little sly look at your opponent when you walk back and be like, gotcha.
It's a good start to this leg. Both players with a ton apiece. Womack's got to feel like he's been let off a little bit, but he has taken advantage of the last couple of legs. Got to make the most of it. There is a place in the quarterfinals up for grabs here for the winner.
It's massive.
We have already got one player through to the quarterfinals, the Dutchman Moreno Blom, with a almost 102 average, 4-0 win in his game. He's looking good.
That time we saw him have some success on the weekend.
Yeah, there is a few Dutch contingent that have come over this weekend. Obviously, the main man who's not playing in this tournament, not allowed, is Jermaine Watamina, but he's been playing in everything that he's been allowed to play in. The cricket, pairs, triples, things like that, and having some good runs.
Yeah, I was kind of, had a double take here when I saw him first. I was like, wait, what are you doing here, man? He's definitely enjoyed the States. It came down in August to the Florida event down there. So
Great darts from Gates. Fires in the maximum. Pressure on.
is that I believe that's number 3 in the match for Gates. And he's looking at 3-1 down.
He is. Great finish from Womack, who missed the ball for the 164. Didn't really need to go for it, but he did. Missed the ball, but cleans up the 25. I was joking with my co-host Burton as well when we saw that Jermaine Watermina was on the list of entries for this weekend. I said he does know that there's not PDC ranking points on for grabs because I think he's around number 18 in the world. He's looking to get into the top 16 for the first time. So, yeah, hopefully he doesn't think that a good run this weekend will get him in that top 16. But I don't think he's too far off anyway, regardless.
No, I had joked with him when I went to the World Championships in 2024, 2025. I said, "You think the Florida Air is what turned your game back around and you started collecting some wins here?" He said, "Maybe." That may be why he's back.
He's had a brilliant last 12, 18 months. Every credit to him because he was right up there in the top 20. Dropped off, but he's come back, and I think it's fair to say he's probably the best version we've seen of Jermaine Watermina in the last year or so. Won titles, got to the European Championship final. Give Gary Anderson a very good game at the World Championship just gone as well. He's one that you'd look at and go, potential European Tour winner this year in 2026. You'd imagine he's going to go deep in the majors as well. And who knows, maybe he could be one of the Dutch number 1, number 2 in a few years' time.
Never know. Well, how about that from Gates?
It's
Number 4. As he really needed that here. Let's see if Jake attacks. Yeah, he will attack the 19s. Trying to leave the 170. Either way, this should go to Gates. 17 for tops. And what would be a 14 dart leg here. Oh, a little tricky now.
Yeah, 23 left. If it was me, I'd be looking down the bottom 4 odds. Hedge your bets. Double 10 to keep the match alive. Doesn't go, but he has got time on his side to keep this match going. Womack back on 208. But as we've seen in the last few legs, the doubles have been an issue for Gates.
Will it continue, or will he make this 3-2 here? Certainly it won't continue. And he gives a shot at the 167 for Jacob Womack. This would be a way to win this match.
Well, he missed the ball for a 164 in the last leg. What about a 167? Starts downstairs, doesn't find the treble 19. So Leonard Gates is going to get 3 more darts at a double. Can he end this run of missed doubles, keep the match going?
Oh, he's going to split.
Yeah, double 4. Finds it. The run of missed doubles ends for Leonard Gates, the WDF number 1. It's only a holder throw though. Womack has the throw now to get over the line, book his place in the quarterfinals.
This would be big for Jake.
It certainly would be a big scalp if he can knock out Gates here. He's been let off there really. He's kicked off the leg with a 45. Gates only replying with a 49. Can't pick off a treble there either, so Gates has got an opening here to get that break that he needs and take us all the way.
Yeah, Jake just taking a second here. Clear the brain. Best foot forward. And he does so with that last. Good ton.
Great find with the last one. Didn't want to go another 3 darts without picking off a big treble.
Jake's got to be thinking, I need this right now. You don't want this going to a decider. We know Gates is, when it comes to a decider, he is always sometime just figures it out, man. He figures it out and gets you.
He certainly doesn't. We mentioned that final on Friday with Gary Brooks. That went all the way to a last leg decider. Gates took it to win the title. He's been there many times over the years. He's looking to come back in this leg. Can't find another treble after the first one. This leg, not much between them, but Womack has the advantage of throw.
Looking for the 96, can't find it.
One big shot here from Leonard Gates. This match could be right back in his favour. Perfect start. Almost another maximum.
That is big time stuff from Gates. Does the 158 need to go? How about that? Goes the 18s. I don't know if I'm a fan of that one. I'd rather take the double 19 look than the bull, but all right, you still got to collect the first two.
Must have been watching Gary Anderson at the World Grand Prix. Took that out to treble 18's bull against Danny Noppert. He can't find it this time, so options here for Gates. Will it be double-double, or is he going to try and find a treble with his second dart?
I'm thinking he'll go 70. He'll go 78 on the 18 here. Trip 18 for sure. I don't think he'll go double-double. Yeah, that's
Spot on.
exactly what he's thinking. $54 for 24 for 3-3.
Just goes inside. That was a dart to take us all the way to a decider. Jake Womack to knock out the number 1 seed, Leonard Gates.
Just gives a subtle come on. Is it trip 10? No, he's going to go 42.
Well, it's 39. Got to be downstairs. Options downstairs. A lot of odds there. And it is double 16 for a place in the quarterfinals.
And it's just avoiding him here. Drop of the dart. And Gates going to step in. Double 6. For that last leg decider, Leonard oh so loves.
There it is. We are going all the way.
Look at the subtle fist pump, too, from Gates.
One leg to decide who is going to go through to the quarterfinals. Jake Womack has had a dart for the match. Missed the double 16. And now Leonard Gates has got the advantage of throw to get over the line. It's a steady start, a ton.
Womack looking to follow. Does go downstairs and collects on a 137.
It's good profit. You're getting towards the latter end of the open singles. Worth mentioning the women's singles as well. We obviously saw Wendy Reinstatler get through to the final. The other semi-final currently going on the outside boards, and we've got Amy Komiyama 2-1 up against the Lakeside champion Dita Hedman. Hedman just winning that last leg to get herself back into it.
See if we can find that one on the floor after this match. Give you a little side coverage. And Gates just once again finding 2 big triples.
We spoke about it at the start of the game, didn't we? The power scoring from Leonard Gates, and it is coming to the fore here. He's given himself, well, only a 2-point lead after 9 darts each. But this is all about the setup now for Gates. What can he leave after these 3 darts?
Needs one, can't find it. 1-4-2. So subtle advantage to Jake if he can grab one. Looks likely. Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Just squeezes one in there. How big could that be? Because Gates is going to need to find 2 trebles to get a shot at a double. Not going to go. So Womack is going to come back for this 104 to knock out the WDF number 1 and get himself through to the quarterfinals. Options here. 16s, 18s, 20s, 19s. You've got plenty going. It's treble 20.
4 for Tops for the win.
Just goes low. It's a second match start for Jake Womack. And Leonard Gates now coming back at 50 to survive a scare here in the last 16. And he just finds the single 10. 2 darts at Tops to get over the line.
He's having to move over with that first dart where it is, and it's not going to find the double 10. Right back to Womack, same number.
Both have got 20 left. Womack having to shuffle along the oche. Can he use it as a guide? 1 dart left at double 5.
He'll be kicking himself for that one, especially leaving the fat 5. He probably is not going to get another look at it. First or second dart for Leonard here, I would imagine. Good marker. Oh, barely escapes with the third. Classic Leonard. Last leg decider. Pulls it off.
Last leg Leonard. That's what we'll call him.
Last leg Lenny. I like it. I like it. Oh, my word. What a match there. What a back and forth. 81.31 and 81.58 is your overall averages to finish that one up. Leonard Gates into the quarterfinals. Jacob Womack will bid us adieu. I'm going to go ahead and search on the floor, try to find this matchup with Dita and Amy. We'll see if we can find it. If not, we'll be waiting on our next matchup here on stage, which is probably going to be the finals, to be fair. We'll be right back, folks. Thanks for watching.
looking for handouts. I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments. I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence. I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak. Get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready?
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
Waiting. Chance the hometown hero Michael van Gerwen has to take. Big moment in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He needs double five. Michael van Gerwen wins on home soil.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
looking for handouts. I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments. I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence. I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak. Get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready?
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
The crowd are waiting. Chance the hometown hero Michael van Gerwen has to take big moments in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He leaves double five. Michael van Gerwen wins on home soil.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
It's finals time here for the Las Vegas Classic. Wendy Reinstadler taking on Dita Hedman in this one. William Stewart, Alex Moss on the call. Let's get underway with this thriller in Las Vegas, Nevada. What a comeback for Dita Hedman in that last match, man. She was looking down and out, 3-1 down.
Yeah, she certainly was. It looked, for all the money, that she was going to be heading out of the tournament in the semi-finals, but managed to find a way through, and she's got a chance of completing the doubles in the singles 501 events this weekend here at the Las Vegas Open. She won the gold event yesterday. Now looking to pick up the classic as well, to sign off a pretty good weekend in a return to action after becoming the women's world champion at Lakeside back in December.
Yeah, she's looking for 2 scoops on the ice cream cone, as they say. Here, that would be something to double dip here this weekend on the gold and silver events, and I mean really lock in that number 1 ranking on the WDF system.
Yeah, and she's a player that it'd probably take us the whole game to list off all the titles that she's won over her career, Dita Hedman, but the one that she was looking at for a long, long time was obviously to win that Women's World Championship at the Lakeside. She'd lost in a few finals over the years, but she managed to get the job done at the end of last year, become a world champion. I'm pretty sure she's going to be enjoying this year, parading that trophy round.
Oh, 1,000%. It's taken long enough for her. She says, I earned this right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised if she's probably in the suitcase, to be fair.
I wouldn't blame her. She could have put it on that table behind her. Say, look, this is what I've won. But this is good from the world champ, trying to get down to a finish. She does, with a 1-2-3.
Go trip 19. Unfortunately, doesn't hit it to leave the double. So back to Dita at 158. This would be a good checkout to start off the final. Unfortunately, it will not go. I believe Dita was rocking the standard points last year, so a change back to the reflex points of old.
Yeah, she has gone back and forth, I think, over the years, going from the old, what I call them the old springy points.
The old springy points, I like that.
I didn't know they were called reflex points, that's why. I didn't know they had a name. Yeah, the springy points, but they've served her well. Now she's got a chance here to get this first leg against the throw as well. Looking at tops. Down the board to double 10. 2 darts missed for a break. And Wendy Reinstadler has got a chance to hold. Settle a few nerves that might be playing in this final against the world champ. Well, going around the houses, double 5. Oh, can't find it.
That's difficult there. Those target belides just would not find the double bed.
They are the chances that have got to go. But wrong bed for Dita. Double 4. Both players missing doubles in this opening leg.
A little tricky now. And Wendy says, tricky? Nah, that's what I meant to do.
Cleans it up. Double 2. First leg on the board to Wendy Reinstadler in this final. Is a little bit of a longer race in the final, going up to first to 5 legs. Should give a mention to the other person on the stage with them as well, Andrew Culling. You may recognise him from the Modus Super Series, the Cathedral of Darts. He's been a regular there for a little while now, doing the ref in there. He's come over this weekend to enjoy the weekend, play some darts, and got himself up on the stage at the end as well.
Yeah, I love that. As Danny Lobby calls the Modus Super Series, the creepy church. Yeah, good to see him come over, and he's stressed out how much he enjoyed this weekend, or has enjoyed this weekend as well as you. So, hey, at least we're doing something right here in the States when it comes to tournaments, and we enjoy hearing that.
Absolutely, yeah. We were just talking to him, weren't we, before this final started, and we both agreed it's a brilliant weekend. And if you are based in the UK like I am, or wherever you're based in the world, great start to the year. Get yourself over to Vegas for the weekend. You get a chance to play in a lot of tournaments. You may get a chance to play against someone like Dita Hedman or if you're playing in the open events, Simon Whitlock, Jermaine Watamina, Cam Crabtree, Owen Bates, the players that have come over this weekend. You've got the cricket, you've got the open pairs, you've got the blind pairs as well. You might end up playing with one of these players. So
that's another thing. How big is blind? You don't have blind draws over there, do you?
We don't, not really. It's from my past experience. I think I've only played one blind pairs event, and this was back at Lakeside last year. The WDF officials, we did a blind pairs tournament after one of the day's plays back at the hotel, and a gentleman that's here this weekend, Chris Curran, who runs Dart Connect. Me and him got paired together, and we ended up going to the final. So it's quite a nice run. And when I saw him on Friday at the venue, I said, "Oh, we're playing pairs this weekend," and he told me he's retired. So I said, "If you can carry me to a final, then I don't blame you retiring, because achievements don't get much better than that."
That's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, I think that that's kind of your more popular thing is the blind draws, because that's kind of your common thing in the inner cities, where it allows any skill level to come out. You don't know who you're going to get drawn, and you can have some fun. So, yeah, probably our most common tournament is a blind draw from the local to the tournament level.
Yeah, I like it. I'd love to see more of that in the UK if possible. Try and add that to some of the tournaments. It's a little bit of fun, isn't it? You get a chance to maybe play with someone that you might not usually get paired up with.
Wendy looking for double 12 here on the 78 finish. Over to double 6 now to have a 2-0 advantage, and can't find it, as we'll go back to Dita at 71.
It's a chance to level. This final be 18 for tops. To make it one leg apiece. Finds it in the middle of the bed. The reigning world champion has levelled up this final.
That will certainly work. I figured she was going to be 51 for 20. Elected the 13 route, and it proves to work out for her.
You mentioned the blind pairs as well. That was played on Friday night, surprisingly. Cam Crabtree was amongst the winners of that tournament, with a gentleman called Mark Conti beating Andrew Turtu and Todd Berngarner in the final, 3-2. And I remember me and Burton were following a little bit. We're following this tournament a little bit. Went all the way to a final leg. The final leg was won in 49 darts. Double one.
Oh boy!
And,
that's brutal.
And Cam hit the double one as well, so we'll give him a mention for that. But yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it? And I think the first leg that Cam played in that tournament, he took out 155. So you've got all
two
the,
completely different stages there.
Opposite ends of the spectrum there, but.
And then you look at Chris Lim, who averaged, I think, 103 in the blind draw alone in all his matches he played. That's it's usually one side of the street or the other. Most likely it's the other, where you're sitting there at a 55 average and wondering how you can improve in the blind draw. But, hey, whatever works. Dita out in front here in this one after 6 darts, sitting on 221. Not bad at all.
He's making a push in this third leg to try and get the first breaker throw in this final. Down to a finish after 9 darts. Ryan Statler not going to get down to a finish herself. Way back on 360, so plenty of time for Hedman.
Yeah, 6 and maybe then some from this number.
Coming downstairs now. Well, she was looking for a 19, so she's not put too much of a dent in that 140. Edmund, she had a great weekend here last year, obviously winning the Open event, which got her to Lakeside. She's won that tournament again yesterday. Looking to try and complete the double if she can. Great win against Carly West in the final yesterday, who we saw on this stream earlier lose out to Wendy Ryan Statler.
Did see Wendy kind of doing the old Simon Whitlock into her hands, maybe just feeling a little chilly up there. Maybe in Vegas, where it's still 70 degrees here during the day, but they keep the casino a little chilly, folks. Don't get me wrong.
I was going to say, I'm not used to being in hot weather in January. Back in the UK, it's usually raining. So yeah, waking up the last few days to sunshine's been very nice. I'm going to miss that when I go back tomorrow. And we can see in the background there, Mr. Crabtree giving us a wave. He's arrived.
He definitely has. I'm going to miss it, too. Don't worry. I go back to Wichita, Kansas, where it's currently 15 degrees Fahrenheit.
We're both in the same boat then. As Hedman finds the double 10. She gets the first breaker throw in this final. Race to 5 legs. Giving herself the advantage after losing the bull up. She has got that break that she needed to win this match early on.
It's key. Try to grab it as early as you possibly can, so you don't mess about with this.
She's got herself in a good position, and still to come on the stream, we are going to see the final stages of the open singles. We have got our 4 semi-finalists that are through. Leonard Gates, Albert Anstey, Chris Lim, Jason Brandon. It's a very strong lineup for the semi-finals there, it's got to be said. That's going to be interesting to see who can come out on top in that one.
It's a very good lineup. Indeed. Looking forward to that coverage. Still to come.
In our last match, we saw Leonard Gates come through a last leg decider against Jake Womack. You will not be surprised to know that Leonard Gates in his next match has just won it in a last leg decider, 4 legs to 3.
Last leg Lenny.
Last leg Lenny strikes again. 15 darter in the last leg to get over the line against David Cameron, one of the former winners here as well.
Yeah, 1 and 3 seeds still remain in there. That's good to see. And with the surprising Chris Lim. Come on.
Yeah, we're in for a treat for those last few games in that tournament, but all eyes here on the ladies' final. Edmund's got herself into a very good position to try and complete the double. Great 140 there to get down to a 95. Ryan Statler needs at least 1 treble to get down to a finish. Got us down the 20s. And she manages to find one there. Great last start.
Yeah, to manage to leave the check is big there. As Dita will go downstairs. Let's see, just outside of that triple, but finds it with the next. Double 8 for 3-1.
Goes inside, but barring a 156 from Ryan Statler, which isn't going to go. Edmund going to come back with 3 darts to double her lead. Move closer to that title. Another one on the list. We were following that semi-final as well as she goes for double 4 here. Now downstairs to double 2. Going around the houses, double 1. Goes inside with all 3, so out of nowhere really, this is a chance for Wendy Reinstatler to get that break straight back.
To be big in order to keep this as close as possible at 2-2, and instead it'll go right back to Hedman.
Got to take those chances.
Should be thinking, all right, at least I left myself the double 4 rather than the madhouse here, so maybe a thankful bust with the last round.
Can't find it. And the world champion is giving Wendy Reinstatler chances here to stay in this final. Now to double 4.
Plenty of opportunities, but you gotta make it count, and Wendy cannot do it.
Got to be frustrating. She was miles back in the leg, but she's ended up having plenty of chances to pinch the leg. Steve Hedman tries to work her way towards that double 2. Now she has left the madhouse.
And what was a good leg is now turned a little interesting here.
She's going to get another go. Double 1 for a 3-1 lead in the final. Goes inside.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who wants it more? It's going to be windy.
We have a level game. 2 legs apiece. Missed doubles from Dieter Hedman. In the end, Wendy Reinstatler gets enough chances at the double. She takes them. We have a level game.
Right into the triple bed. She is with a big 140.
Super darts to kick off the 5th leg.
That puts pressure right on Hedman. And she's answering the call here. I think it's so interesting. I mean, not a lot of people know we mentioned it yesterday, the lengths that Dita has to go to in order to participate. She works nights still.
Yeah.
So that in its own, I mean, to make the transition from nights to playing all day that's got to be rough, let alone I think she showed up a day or two beforehand just to give her a little extra time to get that, but it's still got to be tough.
Yeah, it's got to be getting used to playing during the days and obviously working nights as well as she does. She's given a lot to the game, it's got to be said. The amount of hours that she's put in to get herself to this level, to have the success that she's had over the years, and you see on the back of her shirt as well an OBE as well, which is given for her commitment to the game as well, which is well deserved.
Well, it's on both fronts. It's as a player and as a representative. I know she does a lot of work with the WDF and what have you. So, yeah, I think that she's certainly earned the letters on the back of her jersey.
Definitely has. And I know there's a lot of people that were pleased to see her win that world title at Lakeside last year. We spoke about it. She's got to finals before. She's won so much before, but the one at Lakeside is the one that has eluded her over the years, and I think if she had have put her darts away in the case for the last time and not won that tournament, there would have always been that question mark around her career. Yeah, she had a brilliant career. She's won more than pretty much everyone else, but she didn't win the big one. But Dita did do that at Lakeside last year. Got that world title on her name. And now I think this year, like we said, I think she's going to enjoy her year as the world champion. She's going to probably try and get to more tournaments than she would have done before, try and parade that trophy around and try and raise the name of darts as well.
Maybe everything from here on out is just bonus money, right?
Absolutely, yeah. But Ryan Statler has got a chance to edge in front. Double 18. That's a loose one, but it's not a bad leave, leaving double 16. Hedman looking at Shanghai on the 20s to keep the breaks going in this final. Can she work her way above that first one? Yes, she can. It's a dart at tops. Checks with the marker. It's in. Tops.
Oh,
it's a brilliant finish.
What a classic finish from Dita to put that leg away in her favor.
After the last leg, all those missed doubles. Pins it with the first one there for a ton-plus finish.
Isn't it crazy how darts works? You miss, and all of a sudden the next one you just hit it first dart.
It's a funny old game. Hedman, by taking out that 120, has got herself back in front.
Again, we'll look at the side profile here of our shooters. You can see Dita a little similar to Callie, just not as exaggerated with the double pump.
Yeah, it's one of those throws that has become so synonymous with the game, isn't it? You think of people, he's here this weekend, Simon Whitlock, you see someone try and imitate his throw, you know exactly who it is, and I think it's the same with Dita Hedman as well. She's had a throw that people have recognised for a number of years, and look where it's got her in the game as well.
Certainly the case. Well, even a 180 here will not leave a check for both our competitors, but it'll certainly make a dent in it. Good 140 from Dita.
Just feels like Hedman has put her foot down on the accelerator now.
Just a little bit. You can see the differential in the averages now. What once was tight is now a little bit more favored towards Dita.
2 legs apiece, she was in a real dogfight, which she shouldn't have really been in. Those missed doubles allowed Wendy Reinstatler back into the game, but the 120 has given Hedman the advantage again, and a bit like the previous leg that she had on throw, we said she had so much time to get it done, but missed doubles allowed her opponent back in. She'll want to get this done now, and a 4-2 lead in a race to 5 give her such a big advantage to get over the line and win this title.
Wendy needs to have a big number here. It's only 85. Not as much as she would have liked here. So 74 remaining for Dita. Will it be 42? It will be for double 16. To put herself one leg away from another title.
There it is. 4-2 lead for the world champion. 120 and 74 finishes. Has wrestled herself back in front in this game.
And if you take away that one leg, she's probably going to be near the 80 on the average range. So sometimes you just got to throw those ones away and, like we said, move along to the next one.
Yeah, she's recovered well, hasn't she? From going 2 legs apiece, she's won the next 2.
Yeah, I heard it earlier today. You got to have a baseball, a closer's mindset where you got to. Things sometimes don't go your way. Throw it away. Just get it out of your mind as quick as possible. The next day is a new game, you know. Sometimes how you got to play it. And the better players that have been there, done that, find the success there. That's where the difference is. They know that.
You're absolutely spot on, Will. And one of the examples I can think of, one of my favourite players, Peter Wright, when he lost the Premier League final back in 2017 to Michael van Gerwen, he had match darts to win it. The very next day he went to the Pro Tour. He won the Pro Tour title on the floor. That goes to show the levels of resilience from these players. You can lose big finals, but come back the next day, go into the next tournament, go all the way, win the title. That can be what separates the very good players from the elite, is that ability to just put behind what's happened before and go again and get to those levels that you know you can produce and can win you those titles as well.
Dita will need a 2 triple turn here to grab a hold of the lead in this leg. And look at her go. Big 180 from her at the right time.
The world champ racing to the finish line here, down to a finish after 12, and Wendy Reinstatler, she's had a great run to get to the final. She's beaten one of the top American players, Paula Murphy, in the last 16, Anka Zylstra, Carly West. But the run could be coming to an end here. Hedman is going to get a double 18 to win the title.
Not quite, but she will return, ladies and gentlemen. Especially with Wendy where she currently is. She may return a couple times if she has to. We'll find out. 9.
Well, it's 3 match darts, 3 title darts missed for Dita Hedman. What's Wendy Reinstatler got here? Needed 2 trebles for a double to take out the 151. Her run could be coming to an end here, and this could be another title for the world champion Dita Hedman.
Looking at double 2, and Dita pins it. Double dipping the single events here. 2 scoops on the ice cream cone, as we say. How about it for Dita Hedman?
A great weekend for the world champion. A return to WDF ranked action after winning the Lakeside. Dita Hedman, she's followed up winning that gold-ranked Las Vegas Open yesterday by winning the Las Vegas Classic as well. She's beaten Wendy Reinstatler. Great run for her to get to the final, but it is the reigning Lakeside champion who has picked up that 2nd title of the weekend.
Superb stuff. Well, still to come, our Open Finals. That's right. We've got Leonard Gates, Chris Lim battling out right now, as well as Albert Anstey and Jason Brandon. Do you know much about Albert?
out of the 4, probably not as compared to the other
Albert-
3, but he's
Albert
a good
is
player.
an old veteran out of the off the island of Newfoundland.
Okay.
He actually went overseas with Jeff Smith and competed in an exhibition, beat Luke Lickler in that exhibition.
Wow.
So he's got some talent. He
Yeah.
pulls it out every once in a while. We'll see what he can do here in this one. But William Stewart, Alex Moss joining me for that one. You're going to go play some doubles. So
I'm going to try, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go, but yeah, hopefully I'll have a good run playing with my co-host on the weekly Darts Cast, Burton DeWitt. We're going to play in the open doubles, so we'll see what we can do this afternoon.
we appreciate you
Pleasure.
coming on and joining us, buddy. And for those that are wondering, tune into the weekly Dartcast. Get your podcast in, folks. If you like those, I certainly do. I'll be listening.
Top man. $5 in the post, mate.
See you guys. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time now for the finals of the WDF Open 501 Silver event here. My name is Nick Teixeira, joined by Will Stewart on the call, and we're seeing yet another Jason Brandon final after trying to turn it around from a slow start on Friday and then doing quite well in that gold event yesterday. And let's add a silver to that list as well. But Chris Lim, not going to slouch here other than that slouch forward when he throws.
Yeah, a little bit of a slouch forward. Yeah, looking forward to this one. The possibility of having 2 double dips in the singles? What?
Insane. But you got to get it done, and Chris Lim not going to roll over easy. We've seen him do quite well in that singles cricket event. He's had moments of brilliance, and honestly, we said it yesterday in that gold event when it was Chris versus Jason. I said the winner of that match will win the gold event, and point for Nick Teixeira.
Somehow or another, you got it right for a change.
It's a safe bet. It's a pretty safe bet.
I mean, I guess you could do the same bet here for this one, right? Someone's going to win.
Someone's going to win.
Of these two?
I think the winner of this matchup will win the silver event. Is it going to be my take? That is right.
Well, it's definitely been a pretty good display from both parties, other than the ADO 501 National Championship for Jason. I mean, Chris has been pretty successful, and same for JB.
It's been a good weekend full of success for JB and Chris, but they're both trying to get this right here. The doubles 01, of course, is still going on, but this is what they're thinking about right now. And if they're not, well, they're in trouble.
Focus would definitely be on this matchup, and what you can possibly gain from it. The invite to the Masters and what have you.
Be nice.
Well, Chris did. It's kind of interesting, right? Because either way, Chris won this event last year. He can go back to back.
And he had the basketball style looking jersey last
Oh
year,
yeah,
I
he did,
recall.
didn't he? Yeah, he certainly did.
Lisa Ashton saying, who is in the men's finals? Give it a little refresh, Lisa. We're here for Chris Lim and Jason and Brandon.
That's the Lisa
Oh,
Ashton.
trust me. I'm
The
aware.
Lisa Ashton.
One and only.
I was wondering if she was joining us for Alex Moss. Apparently they're from the same area, Bolton area, or play league together or whatnot.
Funnily enough, I am not from there. 8-8 for leg number 1 for Mr. Lightning. Has to be careful. This has gone farther than either one of them would have expected, but it does get done there. Jason Brandon will have the throw. We'll be going on to the next one.
Lisa, we'll see you next year, right? Just wanted to put that out there.
I think
Anyway.
we say that every year.
Chris would love another triple here. Can't find it, but keeps him right in line with JB's score. As you can see, first to 5 leg battle. Same for the women.
Yeah, it's all going to be about focus between these two. They have the ability, they have the darts, and they've shown it today. But if they don't focus at the right times, it will be all for naught. .135 on the spin. Keeps it interesting, but Brandon's still in the driver's seat. Does drive a Toyota Corolla.
No, he does not. He does not drive a Toyota Corolla. Definitely a truck, but whatever.
Drives an electric Ford F-150. Good board management there from Chris, continuing to just try to find inspiration where he can.
12 for Bull here, and he misses into the trip 9. That is tough for JB. Now going to have to just kind of lay it up here and hope that Lim does not hit the 137. We'll see how he attacks it here. Could be 57 tops. That's how I imagine him going about this. But, yep, he's going to go for the triple 20 route.
Oh, that's going to be quite unfortunate.
He's had 3 or 4 of those on the stream board so far today.
Larry Butler will go and scuff up your darts for you on some bricks.
Yeah, yes he would. Old school style. He'll find you a brick and make that puppy sharp.
Well, there's a brick right there. A little bit of a redemption opportunity. Lim's not going to be happy that he's in this position. Still has to find a treble.
Yeah, 57 for tops. Can't do that one, so 78.
It's going to be setup duty, but you don't expect 3 clear missed again from Jason Brandon. I know Jason Brandon certainly doesn't expect it. Good mark. This seems oddly familiar, throwing right into those darts. But no, undercuts it. You can see a little bit of a scoff because Chris Lim can now break the throw. Clicks off the wire. But that one goes in. Lightning Lim strikes twice.
Yeah, for a 2-0 advantage. That is big for Chris. This is for us in the States. We've known about Chris for a while. I mean, we know Paul. We know the success that Chris has had. Even with him doing the darts live, like opening stuff, Chris still kind of is kind of one of those players that people don't think about as a dominant force here in the States, and they should.
I mean, I would challenge that just a little bit. I think what he does go to, he goes and does well at.
Yeah.
I just don't think he hits the circuit as hard as players that go and get their name out there more and more. Like, I would say that Chris Lim probably has a successful win rate against Kevin Luke, but we talk about Kevin Luke more because when is Kevin Luke not at a dart tournament?
But that's it. Whenever Chris shows up, he puts on a display. So, I mean, I get your point about traveling. He does need to travel around more. He has kids and stuff, so that's probably the reason
There's
why.
a new dart shop venture as well.
That too. Now with Lim Legacy, his darts company. But look out. I think he'll be starting to try to make a dent, and maybe Modus will be calling him here soon. I could see that one happening.
He is also a professional Settlers of Catan board game player. Does take up some of his time.
That's got to be true because you would not have said that without. Have you talked to him about this?
Have you ever played Settlers of Catan?
No.
Explains your strategy. Great board game.
I'll stick to life. Thank you very much.
The board game that you could literally do nothing and it would still have the same result. Got it.
Classic.
Peggy was more of a mousetrap guy. Well,
No, that's a fun one, too. 108, numerous ways to take this one out. Probably traditional 20s for Lim. That's exactly how he fancies it. 8 for tops.
his eyes kind of glanced at 18 for a second.
They certainly did. He had to readjust.
Yeah, he had to say, hold on, autopilot broke. And got readjusted. It is now 3-0, and this is the opposite of Jason Brandon's experience on this stage in the gold final where he was just whitewashing Alex Bellman.
Wow. Yeah, this is something. Again, Chris Lim did best David Fathom last year, 5-4. Last league decider there to win. He won with an 83.45.
Important moments. Jason Brandon, again, has the darts with him. He has the ability to put on some good results. We've seen him hit that 91 average in the final yesterday. He's going to have to put up a little bit more to get ahead of Chris, who's averaging right at that 90 range. No matter what, it all starts with this leg. If you win this leg, who knows?
Yep.
If you lose this leg, we probably know.
Put one on the board. That's the key here.
All 3 should go on the board, Will.
All right, Nick. You know what I meant. All right, Buzz.
Buzzkill, maybe. And that's going to be a buzzkill kind of turn. Jason Brandon not happy with it. All of a sudden, Chris Lim has the darts. He's going to be using them quite well.
Yeah, you think so? Another one to leave a ton.
Even
Exactly what he does.
See, one person in the audience likes my Catan.
That's
Shout
the
out. Thank
only
you.
person in the audience that knows what you're talking about here, Nick.
I'm the guy that looks for the wallflowers. This
Well-
would get to match point here for Lightning.
A quick one, yeah. Triple 20. Top stops.
Yeah, that's an awkward spot. Top stops. Top stops. Chris Lim does go ahead and nail it for a 4-0 lead. Puts himself on match point, and Jason Brandon has nothing to do except cheer for Chris in this moment.
Yeah, that raises his overall average to a 93.94. Wow. Lim is not messing around here.
He says, you see what my dad can do? Sometimes I can do that too. This is a good moment for Lim.
Oh,
Press the advantage.
it's all in his hands right now. I mean, if he can continues to convert on the triples, I mean, he's had a very few trebleless turns here. He'll be able to get this one done. But
Brandon's not going to roll over. Again, he's dipped his average about, I would say, up until that shot, almost 10 points lower than where I wanted him to be and where he wanted himself to be. He knows that a mid-90 is going to be the expectation. The problem is right now, if Chris stays in this 90 range, you have to throw 100. Wild dart. Well, come on there. Knowing there's some more trouble abound. The biggest note about Chris Lim's game today is that he's not wearing as cool of shoes as he was yesterday on the stream. Yeah, those really nice Nikes. Big sneakerhead.
indeed, he always tries to match to his jersey. Felt like he had to maneuver after that first start. I should have known better on the 2-7-1. That is the smart play. Go downstairs. 76. She can go for bowl to have that 170 finish when you return.
Chris trying to defend his throw. It's started to slow down a little bit. It's definitely starting to slow down. Brandon can put himself in a better position.
But he still leaves himself a finish here.
And certainly, who doesn't want to go out in style?
JB going to try to work it in. That he will. Finds it. 95. But this would be quite some way to win this title. 155 needed.
Not going to happen. Can he pressure the 78s? Can he make sure that he returns with some success in his mind?
You bet you he is. He's gonna add some pressure to this throw, no doubt about it. .78 needs to go for Jason Brandon.
Now or never. 20 it is. One dart to save her skin, and no.
Well off the target, and I got a feeling
It's going to be a good night.
second dart, but that too.
Double top for the win. Chris Lim now to the 10. Brandon's ready to put his darts away. Don't put them away yet. You're not done. Good mark for him. Good find. It is not over. He gets the darts now. Got a long way to the top if he wants to rock and roll.
See, once again, Clayana Brandon doing the checking here. It's good to see them. They Jason and Clayana do that for each other. Jason will chalk her matches. She'll chalk his matches as soon as they find their way out of the event. So very cool to see that.
I mean, we talk about how much darts is a family affair. You're talking about the Lim family, a legacy family in darts. And then you also have on the other side the Brandons supporting each other very closely. That's what it's about.
Yeah, where's Michael? You should be chalking for Chris.
Jason's been one to tell you he is more nervous to watch Clayana than he is to play himself.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. One of those things that when you're sitting there watching, you can't help but go through the ups and downs of it, right?
Michael Lim getting in on it.
He says, I do when I am there. I knew he was watching. I knew he was tuning in. I had to at least give him a little nod.
This is much more like from Brandon. The scoring has picked back up immensely so.
Yes. Yeah, well, now we're neck and neck, 85.73, 85.75. As JB leaves 130 after 9, the little fish. Let's see if he can pop this 12.
Well, and Chris is only thinking, well, I get the throw in the next one.
That's the key. Oh. And you can see JB going after the 19s here on 130. Well, okay. How many times you seen that happen, Nick?
Not very often.
I would say so. And a fill-up job from Chris Lim.
This is where we've seen Brandon struggle today. He doesn't get himself out of it. 115. Who knows?
Admittedly easier than the 1.55. And he nails the first dart down to the 15 for tops. Chris Lim to go back-to-back here at the Las Vegas Classic.
Jason Brandon continuing to fight. Now is a trickier time. And does go ahead and continue to push it on.
.95 opener for Lim. He knows Brandon's picked up the pace a little bit here. So would like to do the same. Danny Baggish asking if this clinches a world championship spot at Lakeside. It does not. Yesterday's event did. So JB has earned his right into Lakeside at 2027.
Yeah, this is for the Masters.
Yes, that's it.
Chris has control of his throw after 6. He's thinking, weather this storm. Because this is where it starts to get real tricky in this matchup. This is where it starts to get real wonky.
Definitely so. And admittedly, advantage for Jason Brandon here.
Can Chris work off that dart? No, he's going to have to switch. He stays. I don't like that stay. You can see the dart just placed right on top. Didn't feel like it had a clear line without playing to the corners of the bed.
Jason can't quite float it over those two darts to find the triple to leave the 144. So Lim looking to leave the first opportunity at a checkout. And he's going to do it and then some.
What a time.
What a big 180, Nick.
What a big time there for Chris Lim to go ahead, settle the nerves, settle the match position back down, because your head starts spiraling when you're on match point and legs are starting to get reeled off the other direction. You can see the head drop there from Jason Brandon, only leaving a 124. This might be
Tops,
it.
just because. Tops. No.
No. No, behave. It's double 10. And it's the match. Chris Lim will get it done.
He goes back-to-back in the Las Vegas Classic. But not only that, he won the cricket event this weekend as well. Chris Lim, folks, you can see what it means to him as he pulls off the victory here JB giving him a little bit more love. You got to love that. The most gentleman player in the game, and Jason Brandon.
Yeah, one of the nicest in the game, and one of the least. No, I'm just kidding. Both great competitors, both putting on a show for us, and Chris Lim just driving the boat quite well.
Well, folks, here's what's coming your way next. We're going to have action from the open doubles and well as the women's doubles 0-1 event. So we'll be keeping on with that coverage here shortly as we got more action coming your way here from the Las Vegas Open. I tell you what, just based on timing, we'll go ahead and do the old refresh, just because I have it all set up already. So we'll refresh the feed and we'll get a new notification sent out with that coverage here in just a moment, folks. We appreciate you joining us for our coverage here. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira. Look for that notification bell. We'll be live in just
You
a
really
moment.
never played Settlers of Catan? Not once?
Not one time,
It's a
brother.
great board game. Like, one of the best of all time. It's like one of the most iconic board games there is.
Buddy, let's do it.
You wanna play?
I'll play one time.
Here's have
But
it.
you've got to watch the entire movie list.
I'll watch
that you have not
I watched
seen.
3
How about 5?
because one game of Catan takes like 2+ hours. So
And
I'll watch
Willy,
like 3.
Willy Wonka has to be number 1. All right,
That's
folks, we'll be
number
back.
1?
See you later.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous, chat. You can't mute me.
Because I got a golden ticket.